This module introduces regional energy risks and security. Prior to entering a home, it will be important to understand the impact that your particular region might have on potential hazards that homes might be exposed to, such as floods, radon, and extreme temperatures. We'll take a look at an excellent resource that can be used to identify these potential risks and hazards that might be prevalent in your particular part of the community across the United States. The Institute for Business, Home, and Safety, or IBHS, is a research center that is funded by the insurance industry. It's focused on identifying and categorizing regions and potential risks that exist in those regions, and also providing some good advice based on research about what can be done about those risks. This picture is a screenshot from the website. After reviewing this module, take a look at this website and start to get familiar with what it has to offer and how you might use it to prepare yourself for home energy assessments in your community. One of the cool things about the IBHS website, it lets you enter a zip code to assess potential risks that might apply wherever you are in the United States. Some categories would include seismic issues and the potential for earthquakes, hailstorms, tornadoes, high winds, hurricanes, severe winter weather, as well as flooding and wildfires. This module and website will allow you to take a look at the portfolio of risks that might exist in your area depending on the different conditions that are prevalent in your region. When browsing through the IBHS website, you can use the search feature to enter your zip code of yourself or a friend or a family member to look at the differences across different regions on the website. This exercise gets you more comfortable with the website. It can help you extract information to build into your home energy assessment process. Once you enter a zip code, for example 16801 here in Pennsylvania, the website pulls highlights of some of the common risks in your region. Flooding is number one on the list. You might be surprised to learn that Pennsylvania has more flood damage annually than any other state in the United States. High winds are increasingly happening in Pennsylvania and can result in damage to homes. Winter weather is also variable, and wildfires in the summertime can happen in cases of droughts. If you want to learn more about these risks, you can simply click on one and you're introduced to a set of resources that can provide some advice on how to reduce the risk. In the case of flooding, risks due to repeated flooding in basements, risks of large-scale floods, and also steps to minimize these risks are presented. In a region of common flooding, you might pay particular attention to the location of a home, some signs of flooding, and if a home has a sump pump to eject water from the basement. If you explore a little bit deeper into the website, you can find specific steps and advice on how to prepare your home for flooding. In this case, it can help you identify if your home is in a flood zone. While it takes a little bit more digging, a homeowner might not be sure of this, and you might want to help them run this down or direct them to some other resources. Before deploying an NELC set of assessments in a region, it will be important to understand the risks that are applicable in that region and how you might address them collectively to customize your home energy assessment process. Using the IBHS website can help inform how to best spot safety and risk during the assessment and customize your approach when you're in the home. They can help you prepare for the kinds of issues you might find before you go into the home and provide you with some preliminary knowledge and resources in your region that you can provide to a homeowner as a part of your NELC assessment. This chart presents a summary of the safety hazards and identification that you might encounter during an NELC home visit. It's organized by the phase of the assessment, potential safety hazards you may encounter, some specific conditions to look for, and some actions you might take. When you arrive at a home, for instance, watch out for moving fast traffic and being able to get to the door in a safe way, and also noting the conditions in the neighborhood that might lead to a safe or an unsafe set of conditions. During the external walk around the house, be sure to spot and look for loose animals or barking dogs and avoid where they might be. In the basement of a house, a walkthrough should be vigilant against any types of pests or areas where you might bump your head, and it'll be important to wear gloves and some protective clothing in those types of spaces. In living areas, you might be more focused on carbon monoxide and smoke detectors to take notes if these are in place and if they're in good working order. In attics, it'll be useful to be careful to look for the stability of the attic hatch and watch where you step in case there is not an easy way to get into the attic, and also be vigilant for signs of unwanted pests. While some hazards like tripping and bumping can happen anywhere, they're not on this list, but you should be taking care of yourself during the entire energy assessment. And while this chart is not complete, it's designed to help you start thinking about a systematic approach to weaving safety and health into your home energy assessment. Let's review the context of safety and health and the overall path to energy independence that we try to emphasize in the National Energy Leadership Corps. We begin with general awareness and raising the curiosity and interest of homeowners and energy efficiency opportunities that exist in their home. As emphasized in this module, next we focus on safety and health and how important it is to build connections between energy and safety, since some homeowners might value the safety features of an energy efficiency improvement much more than the potential energy and money that they might save. In future modules, we'll begin to look at things like reducing energy waste, improvements to energy efficiency through the use of energy efficiency measures and upgrades. We'll then look at how to fine-tune we use energy through improvements to monitoring and controls and feedback mechanisms. And after all these steps, and once we've significantly reduced the energy needs in a home, we'll take a look at how to switch our energy sources to affordable, reliable, and renewable sources. This is the path to energy independence that we're striving to move homeowners through the process of the NELC Home Energy Assessment Program. That concludes the Safety and Health module. Let's take a moment to review the different pieces that we've discussed so far. We began with a discussion about your personal safety and how valuable it will be to be looking out for yourself during the home energy assessment, and why you're also looking for energy and safety risks for the homeowner. Part 2 focused on fire hazards and how they occur and the potential practices you could be using to look out for potential fire hazards while you're in a home. Part 3 presented moisture problems and the serious damages to health as well as the structure of homes that can exist if unwanted moisture is allowed to last over long periods of time. Next, we looked at carbon monoxide and carbon dioxide, which are important to keep straight, as they both present invisible but serious potential risks to safety and health. Part 5 presented fuel and gas leaks, especially fuel oil and propane and natural gas, and how we might spot what could potentially be very dangerous situations that we might want to act upon immediately. Finally, in Part 6, we took a look at the Institute for Business and Home Safety and their support of a fortified home that's resilient to the natural risks that might occur in their particular region.